YouTube has recently been inundated with reviews on Honda Hornet's 750, and with good reason too. But one thing that I haven't really seen is a review from a Pillion's perspective. And that's exactly what I'm going to try and give you guys today. So if you want to see how this bike is from a Pillion passenger's perspective, keep watching because this video might just be for you. So it's time to get the bike out, and since I'm a strong independent woman that don't need no man, I thought I'd save Mike a job. For those of you who don't know who Mike is my other half, and today he is acting as designated rider. So he's going to be chauffeuring me around and taking me for breakfast like a true gentleman that he is. Hopefully this vlog will show two things. Firstly, the Pillion impressions, and secondly, Mike's first impressions of the Honda Hornet 750. If you're only interested in the Pillion perspective of this vlog, I do recommend scooting over to the end where I summarise the day's experience being a Pillion. But if you're happy to ride along with us while Mike jibber jabbers about what he thinks about the bike, then you're more than welcome to do that as well. He does have some pretty good insights. Before I get on the bike, it's quite important that we pop the Pillion seat on. Don't mind me just struggling with my gammy fingers, don't judge. And obviously we gotta pop the Pillion pegs down, and we're ready to go.
Okay, do I have to do this now? Is this what I have to do? This is the first time out riding the Honda Hornet 750. Kate is currently incapacitated with broken fingers, so she struggles to ride. So we thought we'd go for a ride out and some breakfast and see how it is on the with a Pillion rider. This is my first time speaking on a vlog, and I don't actually know what to say. So we'll give it a go. First impressions feel, it's not that bad. It's very light. It feels very small, which is the idea, I suppose. But it still packs a bit of a punch. So we're currently heading towards the Delft, which is a water sports centre which has a bike night on. I think it's on Thursdays. Could be wrong. I'm not sure. No, it's not Thursdays. Maybe Tuesdays. It's one of the days. And we're going to go and get a breakfast. They do a really nice breakfast, and we've got one of the 4 days of the year where it's not raining up north, so it's pretty nice. This is like the pinnacle of summer. But Kate was telling me that it's very fairly priced as well. I believe it's $6,999. We're going to be doing some faster roads a little later on. Learners, give him a wave. He waved. So after we've been to the Delft, we are going to head to Bleachworks, I believe, and go and see our friends over there. It's very easy to have a Pillion on. It's actually, and you can't actually tell Kate's there, but Kate is very small. I hope this is a 40 and not a 30. No, it is a 40. We're coming into the 30 zone now. Look at that house, that's a lovely house. So what I did there, knowing Kate was on the back, I pushed my back into her chest before I broke, so that she doesn't slam into me. Consideration is key. So one thing I must say is it does feel very much like an MT-07. And Yamaha got it right with that bike. It was aimed at the right market. I feel like Yamaha was the first to actually put effort into that bike range, where they wanted to meet everybody's needs. and this feels like very similar. It's actually very, very easy bike to ride because of the weight. It's an insanely light bike. It feels nice. We consider it to cyclists. In fact, no, we're just going to go straight on. Road closed don't apply to motorcyclists. We'll see what happens. We'll just see what happens. I feel like we can go this way. We need access, right? We need access to the other side. Access to the other side. We've definitely gone the wrong way. 100% gone the wrong way. But we'll get there. Oh. We're fine. We'll just go through. We're fine. We can get through here, right? We can fit through here. This is fine. This is fine. This is fine. Hello. It's a little bit easier. Thank you. That was nice. I was expecting to get grief off them. It's a very, very easy bike to filter on. Like, insanely easy bike to filter on. That was nice of him. Because of its very slim frame, it is incredibly easy to filter on.
How are you finding it?
It's fine.
What's the suspension like with me on the back?
It's fine.
Is it?
Just, it rides nice. But we've not done anything yet. We're only doing 30s.
Yeah.
We've definitely gone the wrong way.
Yeah.
We should have gone up towards Standish way. This is so the wrong way.
I thought so, but I didn't want to say. I thought it'll just be having a ride.
Will he wave? Will he not wave? He waved! The quick shift is super. The blipper is so smooth. There's going to be a lot of filtering. We're going to be doing a lot of filtering. So technically, I should be able to filter all the way down here. I'll move over for the wagon, like this, just in case you need a little extra room. You know, you can always use a little extra room sometimes. It is a fantastic bike for filtering on. It's just that light and that agile and that thin that gaps don't feel like gaps. So you don't just stop right in front of the wagon. You pull forward so that he can see me. So I know he's seen me there. If I stop right in front of him, I've got a chance of... That was neutral. He's got a chance of not seeing me. Also, good etiquette when filtering like that is be ready to go. Don't pull to the front of a queue and then dawdle setting off, because a lot of car riders don't like us as it is. So going to the front and then not setting off is just something that makes someone angry, because there's a lot of angry people out there. They're just unnecessarily angry and unnecessarily in a rush. It's actually surprising, for being such a small bike, it's surprisingly comfortable with a pillar. It is surprisingly comfortable with a pillar.
Daffodils!
Kate, where did daffodils come from?
Well,
Are you sure?
yeah.
So, Kate's sister asked, where do daffodils come from? She thought someone went out and planted them every year. That's better.
Not impressed.
Not impressed at all. Which way? We want to get to the front of this, really, so we'll go like this. Can we get down middle? Yeah, we can get down the middle. Alright, Kate?
I'm the chief weaseler, not you.
How's there being a pillar?
Do you know what? It's actually not bad at all.
That seat doesn't look comfy though.
It's quite hard, I won't lie, but I think for short commuting, you know, like on town hopping,
Yeah.
it's not too bad. There's nothing to grab onto except your pillions.
My boobies.
You've got to really like them.
My man boobies.
Yeah.
That's because it's been made for weight.
Yeah, exactly.
And for...
It's not a tourer, is it?
No, I feel like this is for the newer riders to get comfortable on the bike. Hello. People are friendly today.
What?
Right, so see, lights change, go. Don't lights change, select gear, then go. Have some decency for the car drivers. And they won't hate you. They'll still hate you, but not as much, because it's just people are grumpy usually. It is an absolutely beautiful day today. It is a beautiful day. And hats off to Kate, like, constantly talking rubbish. It's an art. It is actually an art. It is so difficult.
It's got a nice pop to that exhaust, hasn't it?
I can't hear it.
Do you not?
No.
I can hear it dead nice. It's going like pop, pop, pop.
But yeah, I feel like the height of the bike, because it's a very small bike, like I'm comfortably flat-footed with my legs a little bent, and I'm not the tallest, I'm 5'11", and I feel like that makes it, just having your feet planted is such a good feeling. Right, can we get that elbow down, elbow down, elbow down, big lean. Oh, look at that, look at that, basically Rossi. I'd say Marc Marquez, but we didn't crash, so oh, we got the national speed limit. Kate's just held on to me tighter, but I don't know what's around here, so I'm in a national speed limit, but I'm not just going to think, oh, this road's a 60, I'm going to do 60. What I am going to do is be sensible, because people might pull out. Like, someone could step out from a car, you don't know. And then I'm going to speed up when I know it's safer to do so. It's not a bad bike to ride, to be fair. It's nice. What's nice about this is I expected the suspension to be really soft, but it's just not. It just works. Like, I was expecting for like it to be really divey on the front and sloppy on the back, but it's pretty firm, which is nice. Like, 'cause it is nice having that softer suspension where it's like a bit floppy, but it gets a bit tedious having to, like, every time you brake and it's diving really hard. Look at that. It's a bit fancy, isn't it? A little bit fancy. We're here. I am absolutely Hank Marvin. I am actually so hungry.
That looks amazing, thank you. Are you ready for this, Mike? You were born ready, weren't you?
Not eating today.
I'll tell you what, in a minute he'll be going in there and all that.
Oh, I've got to go to work.
So with how well this rides, I would actually categorise this in like the 1,000 club, for instance. Like, you expect a cheaper bike, like some of the other brands, and you don't expect, you expect it to be a bit subpar, where I'm finding it's not. Like, when you buy, like, say, a GSX-S 1000 or a CB 1000, you expect it to be decent because it's got a price tag what's decent. So when you're riding it, you want it to be nice and firm, you want it to ride good. But when you're buying, like, say the 700s or the 650s, you kind of have an expectation where it's not going to be the best ride. Like, it's going to be good, but it's not going to be. But this honestly rides like it's got quality equipment on it. Like Kate was saying that I'm taking the corners a bit janky because she's on the back, and I think, like she said, like I'm turning a bit sharp, and it is because it's that easy to turn that I'm overturning, because it is just that easy to ride. I don't like wet floor. Wet floor equals slipper. Slipper equals crasher. Crasher equals pain. It does sound very nice, this bike. Like, it's not too noisy, but it's got a nice throatiness to it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I give it a bit too much, in Kate. I'm so sorry, Kate. Kate's not going to be happy with me. Kate is not going to be happy with me. Oh, she nearly fell off the back. This road we're going to go over in a minute is an absolutely fantastic riding road, especially on something like this where you can give it a little bit, because it's full national speed limit, so it's a 60 mile an hour, and we can be a bit of a hooligan. Obviously I've got to be mindful that I've got a Kate on the back and my feet keep touching the floor. But it's just effortless to ride. Gotta be careful around here because this is a bit of a bad bend. Someone we know got crashed into, and it ruined him. It absolutely ruined him. Some guy hit him on from the wrong side of the road and wrecked him. Kate doesn't like riding on the back of me over this road, but I feel like I'm being very well behaved. Hold on.
Right, we have finished our ride. We've ended up at Bleachworks Bike Shed, and today so far we have ridden, or Mike has ridden, and I've been pillion to Delft. I want to say sailing, swimming, scuba diving club, I'm not quite sure, but they make a mean breakfast, that's all I care about. We've been there, then we came here over Rivington, over the crazy roads with me as Pilly, and we have ended at Bleachworks Bike Shed. So, a few first impressions when it comes to the pillion seat. When you throw your leg over this thing, it's very apparent that it's not the softest seat in the world. I felt much softer However, this is a naked roadster. It is more of a street fighter vibe as opposed to something that's built for touring comfort. So I was completely expecting that. The riding that we've done today and the sitting down that I've done today, my bum has fared quite well. I mean, I don't really have much cushion for the pushing. I don't really have a bootay. Yeah, I haven't got as much padding as I would have probably liked on this seat. However, it wasn't super uncomfy. I've got through the day absolutely fine. Me and Mike have done some pillion riding on this, you know, a few days prior to making this vlog. So a bit more long distance, talking like Peak District Way, full day there. You do start to feel it a bit as a pillion. But I'm not super surprised because look at the size of it, look at what bike it is. I'd say that this bike is more designed for a pillion, for the kind of riding we've done today. A local jaunt out to get a breakfast, a quick fire over Rivington, and basically just for more fun occasions or maybe commuting. I think the pillion seat is absolutely fine. In terms of space to the rider, when I'm sat on this, there is quite a nice space in between me and Mike. I don't feel like I'm super close up to him. I don't feel like he's a million miles away. I feel a good enough distance that I'm comfortable. I don't feel claustrophobic, and I'm in quite a nice position, which I didn't mind at all. To give you guys an idea of mine and Mike's heights and weights, Mike is 5'11" and weighs about 14.5 stone. I am 5'4" and I weigh about just shy of 10 stone. So this is basically our experience from our weights, our heights, etc. Now when I'm on the back, Mike's head is, my eye line is the back of his helmet. Now my helmet is slightly taller than Mike's, but I can't see over him. So I can just see the back of his helmet in regards to where I sit. And to be quite honest, I'm comfortable with that. I'm happy with that because it means that my head's not getting blown about left, right and centre because I'm perched up. Almost kind of like you are when you're pillion on a sports bike. You're very high up, you get blasted with the wind in your face. Not on this, you are quite sheltered behind the rider, which is quite nice. In regards to height again, I hope you're comfortable with your rider if you're a pillion because you can get right round him. Your hands are kind of at the level where you can go just under their armpits, and that's kind of what you have to do because there is no grab rail, there is nothing to kind of hold on to. So yeah, it's not built for comfortable pillion rides, but it's built for practicality of a pillion getting to A to B, in my opinion. So yeah, you've got to grip with your legs a little bit. Your legs are in a great position. I mean, mine's 29-inch inseam. I'm hooking onto him, I'm clenching him so I can use my legs to stay on with the acceleration. I'm round him like this. And it's pretty comfy. My legs aren't touching my knees aren't touching my ears. You know, there's a decent amount of room. I can imagine if you have longer legs than I do, again, 29-inch inseam, you might find that you're a little bit for your liking, but again, sit on it in a showroom, you know, try it for yourself. The bike is quite a small and quite a low bike, so it is kind of good and reassuring if you're kind of new to taking pillions, because if you're say an average height, you know that your feet are going to be down, you're going to be, you know, in control fully of the bike when the pillion jumps on and the weight distributes and shifts a little bit. And it's great for just pulling up and being able to put your feet down and just feel like you're completely in control. Now, suspension from a pillion's perspective. This bike, the Honda Hornet 750, doesn't come with adjustable suspension. I think that's one of the ways that they've managed to keep the price so low, because you've got the competitors and they've got, you know, a few adjustabilities on the front and rear, so the price is a little bit higher. But with this, we've got non-adjustable, and it is kind of set more on the sporty side of things, and I think it has to be, because if you are taking a pillion or you are taking luggage, panniers and stuff like that, you can't have the suspension soft to begin with, because it's just going to be wallowing, it's going to be bottoming out. I think they've got it right. I think Honda have got it right. For a bike with no adjustability on the suspension, for a pillion, you go over a pothole, you feel it a little bit, it's a little bit ugh, but it's also not as aggressively firm as, say, my old Triumph 765 RS was. That was literally set for the track. If you were a pillion on that, you'd literally just like clatter your fillings out. It was very firm. This is comfortable, but more on the edge of firm, I would say. And I think it needs to be, given that it's non-adjustable. It would be quite interesting to see how I would have felt as a pillion if the bike had the panniers attached, because I haven't seen one with the touring pack or the panniers in the flesh, so I don't really know how they attach. I don't know whether there's rails that you could perhaps, you know, grip onto. I also don't know how intrusive the panniers would be in terms of pillion leg length, if they're going to get in the way a little bit. I can't answer that because unfortunately I haven't ridden a Honda Hornet with that setup. To summarise and round up this video, my general experience on this bike as a pillion is, if you're young enough, nimble enough, and you don't click every joint when you wake up in the morning, you'll be alright on this, you'll fare okay. If you're doing town hopping, if you're doing, you know, commutes and you're pillion, you'll be okay, you'll be able to ride in comfort. What I will say is, if you're maybe somebody who, when they buy a bike, one of their top priorities is pillion comfort, because you say do a lot of touring with your significant other, it might be worth a little bit of thought as to whether this is the right bike for you. Just purely because it's not designed for it. It isn't designed for super mega mile munching like the Taurus are. I mean, if you've got a hardy pillion and they're not really bothered, it's perfectly comfortable, it's fine. But just from, you know, doing longer miles on this thing, I feel like if it is a key priority for you, then maybe the Hornet 750 isn't the touring bike for you. But of course it's not a touring bike, so go figure. To conclude the day, I've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed having my ass ferried around, and yeah, it's a bike that I would go pillion on without a doubt, without second thought. It's been good. It's been a good day. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you have, please hit that subscribe button. Please hit the notification bell so you guys get notified when my videos go live on YouTube. If you think your mate might benefit from this, if they've been interested in a pillion perspective, get it shared, send it over to them in the WhatsApp group. And yeah, until the next time guys, take care and ride safe. Bye!
That's nice. There's another girl that does it. She tends to do a lot of BMs and that. But I can't remember her name.
Might be me.
Yeah, it's going to be a Kate.
Is the name Kate? Because I've test rode one of those when I used to work at Williams Motorcycles.
You did?
Yeah.
This username Kate. So this is the username Kate.
Greatness.
It's username Kate on YouTube.
Oh yeah.
Fingers.
Mike,
Yeah.
you okay?
Yeah.
Take your helmet off.
I thought you were taller than that.
Would you?
Everyone says that. Yeah.
Oh, you do?
Well, no, she.
Oh, nice to meet you.
Yeah. But be careful, she's got broken fingers. She got broken fingers.
No, it's fine, it's fine.